Good morning, everyone. Hi, I'm Vijayaragavan and welcome you to my business simulation lab presentation. Over the next few minutes, I will take you through my learning journey using the Lemonade Stand simulation game. This hands-on experience helped me explore uh, decision-making, pricing strategies, inventory planning, and customer engagement in the simulated business environment. Um, This assignment of external digital presentation is for the subject Business Simulation Lab, uh, MBA second year, third semester. Um, and my register number is 912411500103. And I have recorded the presentation. And this is the course coordinator for this particular subject is Dr. G. Delima. I'm just progressing further. Um, Here you can see my game dashboard. Uh, this slide is a dashboard for the Cool Math Games platform. My login ID is Gaming VJ and my profile name is Polite Kangaroo 685. You can find it from here. And I have already played a coffee shop game, which was for the previous um, presentations that business case study game that we have done earlier. That's the only game that I've played so far. Now I'll be playing the game of Lemonade the next. Okay. Um, this is a Lemonade game day one end of day report. For this external presentation assignment, this is a Lemonade stand game from the Cool Math Lab platform. It is a 30-day business simulation that challenge players to make real-time business decision by adjusting pricing, inventory, recipes, basis the weather conditions and customer satisfactions. On the opening day of the game, my lemonade journey begins at 30 cents per cup on a rainy 37 degrees centigrade day. I sold out early, but because of the sugar shortage, I realized that the weather and demand forecasting are vital for the success. Parallelly, we also need to focus on inventory as well. So that's a learning for me on the day one here. So coming back to the day two, it's an hazy weather. So I lowered the price to 29 cents. And it was like I was able to satisfy a 50% of the customers. Uh, percentage of cups that has been sold is 43, considering the weather conditions in place. Going back to the day three, it was a rainy day, but it was had a weather was like 33 degrees centigrade, so I made a good profit out of it. And the pricing per cup has been kept at 35 cents. So we had a very good positive feedback on the customer satisfaction index, 87%, and the popularity of mine also got increased. So according to the taste buds, I was able to identify how much the quantity or the mixture needs to be for the juice. So I was able to bring out this in this particular day three. And day four, it was a sunny day. So I retained that price per cup at 35. And it was a very, again, one more good day for me. I was only two potential customers I wasn't able to satisfy. Maybe with a 1 cents reduction, also I would have made out those two person satisfied, basically. And popularity has been increased, gradually getting increased, currently stands at 32 percentage. Day three, 38 percentage, my popularity has increased, and it was a cloudy day. I kept the same 35 cents, so the sale was on the little lower side, but it was a quite a better sale. You can consider that 98 potential customers, I was able to sell 58 cups actually. I was able to maintain a balanced inventory versus the loss. Most of the cases, the ice inventory got lost uh, for the past 5 days. So I started planning my icing. So for the ice purchase inventory. So in the forthcoming days, I have seen that part, and which is a lower component basically. Lemonade game day 6. Basically, I had maintained a perfectly balanced part. I was able to serve all the potential customers, like 100 out of 100 potential customers. I was able to achieve it. The only wasted inventory was just in ice cubes of 300 400 quantity. I think that should be manageable because the pricing of the ice is on the lower side. Since I'm making a profit of around mid level, not a higher, mid level, so it's a 35 cents per cup. So it's like you're making out $35 a part. Actually, you are spending a lesser and you're earning a lot. So it was a very good bet for me on the day 6. Going back to day 7, it is also on the same lines. I was able to satisfy maximum number of persons considering the weather condition. The price per cup was 35 cents, maintained it. And going back to day 8, considering the weather, I reduced the uh, cup pricing as 29 cents. So, but still I was able to make out 94 out of 112 potential customers. And it was a great sale day for me too. Ninth day was also very similar to that. Actually, I maintained a 35 cents considering the weather of 29 degrees centigrade. So I was able to maintain a 91 out of 94 potential customers basically. And my customer satisfaction index also rose up to 91, and potential popularity basically it's increased from 75 percentage. I'm gradually moving in. If you can see that, I've attained that popularity within 12 days. Actually, I can just show you on the graph in the later part of the presentations. So day 10, I was able to make a sale of 97 out of 100 potential customers, still maintaining a customer satisfaction of 92 percentage, and popularity getting again increased to 85 percentage. Still I am in the 35 percentage cent of per cup sale. Yeah. Going back to day 11, very similar, but the since it was a cool weather, I wasn't able to achieve the entire. I could have used lesser ice cubes, and considering the weather, I should have reduced it. This is that only the sale went down, and here is like needs to be adjusting the ice quantity basis the uh, cloudy or basically a sunny weather kind of thing. The dollar I kept it as 35 cents of price per cup. So if I would have reduced it a little bit to a 30 cents or so, I would have made out around 60 to 70 percentage of. So that's a learning for me, and the learning has been taken up and it's been implemented in the forthcoming days actually. So day 12 also very similar, 29 cents per cup, and I was able to say make a sale of 72 out of 105, which a good number considering the weather of 70 degrees centigrade. So here I made a learning the previous days, making the ice cubes lesser when the degree is temperature degrees on the lower scale. Going back to day 13, it was a hot day, 32 degrees. So I pumped up the pricing per cup to a higher premium price of 40 cents. So I was able to achieve 96 cups out of 104 potential customers. And here, I think the popularity I hit on 12th, 100%, it has been maintained. The customer satisfaction is wavy one. Still, some more learning needs to be done on the customer satisfaction part. Still learning, but still understanding that bit part of it. So, but I was able to hit with a premium price considering the popularity in place. So day 14 was also in the similar lines. Like the climate was colder, so I reduced the ice percentage and so on. But still, since the climate was too cold, the pricing I kept it as 22 kind of. but still I wasn't able to achieve a maximum 49 out of 100 potential customers only. So it's like a average day sale considering the weather in place. So day 15, it was like a same almost 13 degrees centigrade. So still maintained an average of 25 cents. So I was able to maintain a 50 percentage of customer potential customers. It's like 52 cups have been sold here. Going back to day 16, very similar 16-degree temperature. So I was able to potentially translate a 40 percentage of potential customers as an sale. So it was a average day for me, but still I could see a comment of a grade from the gaming side. Maybe it's like uh, it's a predefined set. So if you're maintaining a 35 percentage. So day 17, very similar, like a 33-degree temperature. It's hot weather. So considering that I maintain a price per cup of 40 cents, so I was able to achieve a greater percentage, like 85 out of 92 potential customers. I was able to cover considering the customer satisfaction index and the popularity of the uh, uh, game, basically the business simulations. So going back to day 18, it's very similar, 40 cents per cup, and I was able to translate 79 cups out of 92 customers actually. Going back to 19th day, I reduced it to 35 cents considering the weather of 26 degrees centigrade. Still, I was able to achieve a 75 percentage of sale potential customer translations. The average customer satisfaction index stands at 85 percentage on an average. So going back to day 20, it was a rainy day, which is 15 degrees centigrade. So I reduced the pricing to a 29 cents, but still I in this specific location, I wanted to say to you, like when I was executing the lemonade recipe, basically I included more number of ice. So I had forgotten to reduce it. So in the business simulation, so there is no option to change in the later part actually. But because of that, I have lost so much of customer. I've only made a 17 cups out of a 104 potential customers. That was a major dip. If this would have been changed, at least I would have achieved a 50% or so. I would have achieved a more profitable business by the end of the day 30 actually. Further, I'm just following it. So day 21, I was able to achieve a 50-50. So with the average per cup of 35 cents, still maintaining a 83 percentage customer satisfaction. So going back to day 22, it was a cold day. So considering the earlier experience, I've reduced it to 25 cents. It was like in translating 65 percentage of potential customers translated as a customer for me, and slightly improvised customer satisfaction on the previous day. Going back to day 23, considering 19 degrees, a slightly better climate. So I've increased from 25 to 29 cents per cup. So still I was able to achieve 65 percentage to 68 percentage of conversion from a potential customers. It was a nice day. It was a great day for me. Coming back to day 24, considering the 22-degree, it is not like lower or a mid. So I made with 35 cents. That's also one of the average pricing that I've kept considering the popularities and satisfaction. So 35 cents was the cracking point kind of thing. So the sale was not that great. It was an average and the customer satisfaction index gone a little down. So if I would have been at 30 cents, I would have made a more than 60-70% of sale. This is a learning for me, and I'm taking it forward for the forthcoming day game simulation. So going back to day 25, it was a very great day. The climate supported me with a 34 degrees centigrade. So I kept a premium pricing on the cups with a 40 cents. I was able to achieve 100 customers served This is the second day I was able to achieve 100 customers and with a span of 107 potential customers. It was a great sale day for me. Going back to 26, I reduced the premium pricing by a bit. So I should have reduced it further down to a $35, but maintained it at 39 cents. So I wasn't able to make out the entire sale, like 40 percentage I was able to achieve, 35 to 40 percentage potential. So this was also a negative day for me in terms of inventory versus the inflow of cash into my cash on hand. But still, I was able to maintain a very good reserve price of $174.54. Okay. Going back to day 27, managed to sell 38 of 101 potential customers, even though the 38 degrees centigrade was maintained, but I maintained a premium pricing. That was one of the reasons that I wasn't able to sell to the maximum potential customers. Um, Going back to day 28, I maintained a 30 cents considering the weather condition as 26 and the cloudy weather. So with that considering, so with the 30 cents, I was able to make out translate like 85% of the potential customers as a sale part of it. So it was a great sale day for me on 28th. And coming back to 29th, so it was a decent 26 degrees centigrade, clear and sunny weather, maintaining with a 35 cents with an popularity of 100, customer satisfaction 81. So I was able to make out 91 out of 99 potential customers. So it was a very great day sale for me. So coming back to day 30, it is a last day of my game simulation. So I clearly planned my inventory well within the limit, like we planned with 120 maximum customers. So accordingly, I have planned entire inventory. So that the optimal utilization can be achieved. So in case we are planning for a shutdown, so you need to utilize all the inventories in that location or in that particular shop so that it's properly utilized. Very minimal loss. I think we cannot avoid the entire loss of the inventory, or we cannot leave unattended the potential customer. So what we have to plan, very potentially planned inventory has been planned, very minimalistically, uh, perfectly planned day was a 30th day for me. So I was able to translate 87 out of 89 potential customer. It was a very great sale, and the customer satisfaction index slightly rose to 82%, and the popularity remains 100%. Two of the from the day 12 to day 30, I was able to maintain. It was a very great day sale for me. Even though it is a rainy day, I was able to achieve it, considering the popularity and customer satisfactions. Okay. By the day end 30, the sale reached 216.78. It's an overall sale considering the initial $20 of investment. It is like achieved only because of carefully planning, adaptive pricing that I have done, and reducing wastage created a steady upside trend. Basically, I've reduced the wastage. So I planned in a such a way that every time when I'm purchasing a lemon or purchasing a sugar, so I made sure that limited amount of, as I said in the earlier presentation decks as well. So the maximum potential customers, it's ranging between somewhere around 70 to 120. So this is the range that we have to maintain. So accordingly, that reading has been taken into place. So accordingly, you have to purchase the lemons, sugars appropriately, and you have to take it forward. So accordingly, the weather conditions also needs to support with the ice capacity. Every day it gets spoiled actually. So you need to have an effective planning on the icing part as well. So the next is proving that consistently you have to maintain the inventory, and you have to drive the business basically with the data of the previous days that you have spent on this particular thing, so that the profitability is on the higher side with the customer satisfaction in place. Going back to the dashboard to showcase the lemonade game has been played, and you can just see a 40 XP points has been earned. The games played are 2. And I think you can see that lemonade game has been played, and my ID is Polite Kangaroo 685. Um, Basically, just wanted to compare between the coffee shop game versus the lemonade game. Both games involve pricing, weather, and inventory control, but the lemonade stands more demanding, basically. Here, just wanted to highlight here, like inventory is bought in the lemonade could not be returned, which was not the case when it was in the coffee shop. So you can buy, sell, buy, and withdraw that sale, and you can just buy another product. Here there is a very controlled part of it, and also the customer satisfaction and popularity. So here we have two parameters in place to gauge the uh, performance of your product being delivered to the customers. Actually, two indexes have been followed. So there is a possibility of customer satisfaction going down as well. So in the coffee shop game, it was like only the popularity can go higher and higher. Here, the customer satisfaction can go lower as well. So you have to be very cautious when you are taking the pricing bet and making sure your customer is happy all throughout, so that you can get a premium price on a hotter day. Uh, this adds a realism, basically, and this is like a business simulation. It can also be extended to a greater extent, but for a limited part, actually. uh, you can just consider that it taught me a precision and quick corrections that can be adopted, and we can just drive the business forward for us. It's a very good learning business simulation for a graduate. So coming back to the actual data point, I've collected a huge bank of informations. Basically, what was there in the initial stage, how much inventory has been consumed, and how much sale has been done. So here you can just see the progress of the day wise on a X scaling and y axis. You can see the profitability that I made on that day. So in a day wise, you can see a star mark. So only on one instance on day 3, where I did a slight mistake of adding more inventory, and the pricing has not been rightly pointed, so my sale got down. So that day, my cash on hand got down below my investment. Actually, after that, I learned uh, the entire parameters in place, and I was able to catch hold of the customer um, taste buds, basically, with respect to the climate and so on. I was able to achieve it on a better manner, and I was able to do my best to get the profitability going higher and higher. At the end of the day 13, as I said, it's like 216.78. My profit was 196.78. So this is the achievement I was able to. If you can see, it is like a steady growth that was achieved, basically in achieved because of a disciplined plan, well planned inventory, a planning of liquidity in place. There is very minimalistic loss that can be done during the sale of every day, maintaining the inventory in place. So going back to the next part of it, here I'm just showcasing you various combinations of cups sold versus the temperature versus the um, uh, pricing of each cups. So if you can see here, you can see the difference, like whenever there is a temperature is on the higher side, you can maintain a higher cost per cups. When there is a temperature is on the lower side, automatically the pricing needs to be adjusted to a lower level, so that you achieve a major cup sold percentage. So this particular 81, 8, 61, 95, 91, 75 are the number of cups sold um, to the customers when the temperature is higher. The number of cups sold is higher when the temperature is on the lower side. Basically, the number of cups sold is also on the lower side. If you can see 55, 50. So when the temperature goes low, the consumption of the lemon juices have been on the lower side. Okay. Going back to the next slide, wherein we can see the profit versus the negative sales. Basically, if you can see the orange bars, which are the inventory that I have purchased on that particular day, and if you can see the green bars, the top ones are the profit difference between the uh, gain that have the sale that has been done for that particular day versus the inventory purchase. So most of the days are profitable apart from the one major day where my inventory got purchases was on the higher side. I wasn't able to make any profit out of it. It was a day 20 where I made a mistake, as I said in the earlier um, presentation deck as well. So I made a wrong pricing. I bought a lot of products which got wasted off. Okay. Mm, Going back to the next slide, which clearly shows the customer satisfaction versus the popularity of it. So from day one, my popularity got started increasing, and was able to achieve 100% by day 12, and I was able to maintain 100% throughout the period. Considering the customer satisfaction on day one, I was able to achieve 100%. After that, the second day, um, the the icing proportion got a little lower, so that my customer satisfaction induction got lower. So after that, I was able to catch up and uh, placed an average between of 80 and 85 percentage on the overall perspective, was able to maintain all through with above 80 percentage for the entire period. Going back to the conclusion, like I have got some few pointers to share. Basis the experience that I had in this lemonade game. So the pricing needs to follow the weather. So that is the main stance. Hotter days means higher pricing power. So when the temperature is of 33-degree temperature, you can go for a premium pricing. If it is the temperature is on the lower, like 15, 16 degrees, you have to get to a lower price like 20, 25. Don't go for a loss. Get the exact equivalency with the $1, 1 cent or 2 cents higher than your inventory pricing. So that will be a good bet. Uh, Coming back to the day point two, overstocking icing leads to higher wastage. So if the rainy day, take a icing quantity lower and keep the stock very low so that the wastage goes low. If it is a sunny day and it's very clear weather and the temperature is higher, stock up your ice, and there is a lot of possibility that you will run out of ices in case if you're going with a limited inventory in place. So plan it accordingly. So reduce wastage. We will not be able to completely eradicate the waste, but still we can reduce the waste of the products. Third point, matching inventory to the demand. As I said in the earlier presentations as well, the potential customers ranging between 70 to 120, that is the study that I've done so far. With this particular game in place, understand the trend, keep the inventory uh, appropriately, not too much of inventory. If it goes, it will go on waste. So it is automatically a loss to the company. So you have to maintain and match the inventory versus the demand. Going back to the fourth point, reputation is everything. So if your reputation is good, the sales will happen by default. Quickly touch 100% popularity so that we can get the premium when there is a right time of an hotter climate. So if for a coffee in the earlier cases, basically coffee went up high when there was the temperature was lower. Here it is a vice versa because it is a cold drink. So basically when the temperature goes higher, cold drinks will go, sale will go higher. with the ice cubes of higher. So according to the product, we have to plan this customer satisfaction. The quantity and the quality needs to be refined, tallied, and then it needs to be achieved. The last part I would like to say is for every business, there is a huge data that we are actually taking into consideration. Every information is an input for our future profitability. Considering one day of sale, there are lots of parameters like weather forecasts, if is it a cloudy, rainy day, coming, how many footfalls, like potential customers, what is your inventory, how much of cups can be produced in the available lemons and sugars that is available. So what would be the predicted uh, volume that can be sold on that particular day with the rest correct amount of cups pricing. So all these parameters are data driven actually, which tracks it daily basis. It tracks it, and we need to be in a position to adjust that to make a maximum profit out of it. So these are the learnings that I have done with respect to the Lemonade simulation game. Uh, Now I'm just taking going back to that, concluding this presentation. This simulation has been an eye opener. Um, just started with a $20, so able to achieve $216. It's like $196 of gain. Learned how very simple decisions, like small decisions, will impact the customer satisfaction. It's like a slight change in ice quantity will change a customer satisfaction at a greater extent. So next is cash flows has been maintained very well. The business sustainability depends on the cash flow part of it. So you have to be very strict on that particular part. From the pricing understanding, pressure on the inventory side, the game sharpened by practically business thinking. Like some more parts can also be added into the business, but still, this is a very good simulation game, which every MBA student should take part. And similar type of games, if we start practicing it, we'll get a lot more insight out of it, and we can just face the real world scenario when we enter into the real world projects also. More than just a theory, this is a learning by doing exercise and experience. I believe very, very important for every management students should go through. Thank you very much for your time. Have a great day. Thank you.